asked me, why did you not move? Let me tell you, I was offered jobs in other places, but God always said, no, stay here. In fact, let me quickly say, we were going to move. When I handed over the church, we were going to move down to the sea. Okay? And God spoke to me in the meeting and said to me, I don't want you to leave here. But the thing was, a couple who were very rich had said, we're going to loan you £330,000 interest-free to buy the house until you sell your own. So we thought, oh, this has to be God. You see, it isn't always God when something good happens. And so I'm in the meeting sitting there, and God spoke to me. He said, I don't want you to move from here. And I said, Lord, there's only one person that I'm scared of a little bit less than you. I'm scared of you, but there's only one other person I'm a little bit less scared of, and that's my wife. Because she wanted to move. So I go home, and I'm thinking, courage, boy. And I said, darling, I have something to share with you. When I was in the meeting this morning, God said to me, I don't want you to move. Oh, she said, he told me that on Thursday. I was just waiting for you to catch up. And so we stayed where we were for many years. I had an itinerant ministry, but then eventually I was invited to go to Tanzania. And I've been to Tanzania, Uganda, and South Africa. I was invited to go to Tanzania and to preach. And we left I can't remember the name of the city there, but we left there one morning late because it was African time. And we got late to the meeting. But the Maasai people, that's true, isn't it? The Maasai people were all there, and they'd been there from 8 o'clock in the morning. We arrived at 11. And by the way, when we left, I carried on worshiping the Lord until about 11 at night. Anyway, there was this big tree, and I'm sitting there, and there's all sorts of bugs falling on me from the tree. And I thought, oh, Lord, this is not a good place to be with all these bugs. I didn't know if they were poisonous or not. We don't have poisonous bugs in England, do we? You're very fortunate if you're in England. You won't get bitten by anything apart from mosquitoes. Never go to Scotland. It's the worst place for them. Anyway, I was there, and then I was invited, just like this morning, to come and preach. So I stood up with my Bible under the tree, and I looked up, and God kind of tapped me. And he said, do you remember when you were 7? And I said, when I was 7? He said, yes. I gave you, and whatever it was, a picture or vision. He said, I gave you this vision. And there I was, everybody around me